Welcome to the carnage.
And welcome back to the carnage. We're going to get into another one of these things. I cannot believe in 2025, 2026 that we're still talking about the friend zone, but this is going to be a two-part video. First up is basically women that put men in the friend zone, and then the second video will be when men put women in the friend zone. So you could just see like the difference, the hypocrisy there, that when women put men in the friend zone, they're like, well, you know, you just have to accept it. You know, we're putting you there for a reason, and, you know, just accept that. And then when a man does it, they're like, I can't believe he rejected me, and I thought this was leading to something, and we were going to have babies. You know? And it's like, so it's completely okay for them to do it, but when a man does it, it's, you know, horrible and wretched and misogynistic and chauvinist and blah, 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 any other word you can think of. So that's what today's video is about. We're gonna hop in here and see what these women got to say about putting men into the friend zone.
The friend zone is just another way for men to shame women for not wanting.
That's not exactly how it works. There are two main reasons why this is not true. The first reason is that men can absolutely friend zone women. So this being used as a female shaming tactic is not true because men can friend zone women all the time. The second thing is, when men refer to the friend zone, they're usually making fun of the guy who got friend zoned, not the girl who friend zoned the guy. It's a running joke that when a man gets friend zoned by a woman, that his friends are going to shame him for that because she's not interested anymore. So in all honesty, the person who gets friend zoned is probably worse off than the person who does the friend zoning.
Yeah, exactly. And that's typically what it is. I mean, I know that women like to take everything that a man does and somehow try to turn it into some, you know, misogynistic ploy to, you know, further oppress women or hate on women or whatever. And that's not it. It's typically with friend zoning. Yeah, it's mostly guys ribbing on other guys. It's like, hey, you know, why are you putting in this effort? Why are you doing all of these things for a woman who clearly doesn't respect you? She doesn't care about, you know, what you want. And she obviously, I mean, women know when a guy likes them, obviously, and when you have a guy in the friend zone, you know, and he's trying, and bringing you flowers and licking your toes and doing all this simp stuff, she knows that the guy's into her, but she just, you know, uses that because she's like, hey, you know, I'm getting free stuff, I'm getting fed, I'm getting my house cleaned, you know, I'm getting massages, and I don't have to do anything except treat this guy like trash. It's great.
So I came across this video, and it's going viral, and it was very interesting to watch because this man is trying to convince a woman on the other side of the camera to take him out of the friend zone. Let me tell you something. If women wanted to take you out of the friend zone, you would have never been there in the first place. She's not attracted to you, brother. And men need to understand this on a much wider level. This is 2024. You are not going to woo a woman into being attracted to you, being with you, and loving you. If that woman ain't feeling you from the outset, from the start, the only thing that you can do is do like that other guy that I did a video on who waited for a woman for 25 years. Till she got ran through by everybody in the neighborhood. She was at her worst looking. She was in a bad financial situation. Her whole life was messed up. And then she did the wrap around to come back to him because she needed stability at 50.
And any man that accepts that as any kind of relationship, you're an absolute simp, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You have no self-respect for yourself, period. I mean, that goes without saying, but to allow that to transpire because you had some, you know, dead set attraction towards a woman, it is just horribly not the right thing to do. You know, I think that all men need to make it clear from the onset when you meet a woman and you could start seeing, like, you know, it's not going in the direction that you feel like it should be going in, is just stop there and just be like, look, is this going into a friend situation or is this going to be a more situation? If she says a friend situation, leave right there. Be like, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't need any more friends, especially not ones that are probably going to use me for my wallet and to come over and hang pictures and do all this stuff. No thanks, I'm good. And just end it there.
I'm telling you guys, the only men that allow women to put them into the friend zone are men with low self-esteem. These are men who are afraid of moving on, afraid of rejection, who has pedestalized a woman to the point where they can't see any other women. And this is on men. This is not on this woman. Now, she told him, why don't you go and get somebody that likes you for you? I like to party and go out. You like Comic-Con and anime. She told him she is not attracted to him. She said, hey, you're not my type. I mean, hey, man, if you want to wear a cartoon hoodie around like a Snuggie, okay, but that's not her thing. So go and find you an anime-loving girl that want to be with you. You guys got to learn as men that you should only really give time and effort and energy to women who are excited about being with you. If they're not excited about being with you, let them go. Be like, great. You want me in the friend zone? No, thank you. We're no longer friends. We're no longer doing this. I'm not paying for any of your stuff. I'm not providing anything for you. No protection, nothing. I do not see a reason why a man who's attracted to a woman who has rejected him will continue to be her friend other than low self-esteem.
Exactly. He's 1000% right. Do not, in any way, shape, or form, let that get to that point where you're just being used as boyfriend material. She introduces you to her friends as, the friend, and she constantly calls you up on the phone like, hey, my grass is grown and I could really use some help. That sort of thing. If you stand for that, man, you're not only a simp and have no self-respect, but you're making it harder for other men out there too. Is that you're setting this precedent for being a simp to these women to where they feel like this is how men behave and this is how men should behave, and it's not it at all. It's just not the way it goes.
Y'all let me know what you think in the comment.
You will never escape the friend zone. I've seen some videos of women giving men advice on how to escape the friend zone. You will never escape the friend zone. I know I sound a little bit blunt and harsh, but I don't want to mislead you guys in any way. I'm here to tell you the truth, the blunt truth, and I see these videos and it's women lying to men saying there's ways to escape the friend zone. There's not. Even if you...
See, I don't agree with her. There are ways to escape the friend zone, but it's so degrading of a path to go down that it's not worth it. And 9 times out of 10, she's going to literally get ran through by the entire NBA, NFL, everybody in building B, C, D, E. And then she's going to realize after doing all of that, like, you were the nice guy that brought her flowers and cooked her dinner and did all of these things. So that's when you escape the friend zone, after all of her value as a person has just plummeted to nothing.
You're a placeholder or you're a backup. You don't want to be any of those things in a woman's life because she's going to end up leaving you. She's going to end up getting what she wants, either if she wants maybe just the relationship or maybe she just wants the marriage, babies, and then she's going to leave you because you weren't her number one pick to begin with. She didn't truly want to be with you. She settled.
Yeah, you don't want to be a bronze winner, man. You don't, because you're going to, at some point, and any man who's ever gone through this, ask them this question. Did it ever enter your mind that you were technically settled for? That you technically were the freaking plain yogurt when she really wanted strawberry, and that you're never, ever going to live up to that?
Only way that this would work is if it was the man that friend-zoned the woman, and then you guys got into a relationship. But it's never that case. It's always the woman friend-zoning the man, and it's not going to work.
Also, not true. There's a lot of men that do friend-zone women, and it's typically, when a man does it, it's that they know from the onset this woman's value and the kind of woman she is, and he might find her to be funny or interesting or a good person to hang out with or whatever, come over and drink a beer or hang out or just whatever. But usually men within the first, I'd say, hour of meeting a woman, they already in their head have either had one of two visions. One of her leaving the house and never coming back, or two, her going to his bed. And if one of those visions doesn't happen, then yeah, there's probably something wrong. But that's one of the two. So you might be a friend, and it does happen a lot more than she's letting on. I know some men who have female friends, and I've asked them, it's like, well, how does that work? And they're like, well, I like her. She's cool. I just, I don't want to put my thing in her, and I don't want to date her. And I think she, in a romantic way, would be, the worst possible partner ever.
So don't try to escape the friend zone. Just, if you like her in that way, don't be her friend. By being her friend, it's not going to get you closer to a relationship, and if you escape the friend zone, it's not going to last.
So I just found out that I'm not hot, and this was based on a really humbling experience where I'm trying to get 4 men together to help me move a really heavy object from point A to point B, not a far point A to point B either, and I can't do it. It can't be done. I'm in hell. I've tried for days, texting every man I know. Can you please come help me move this heavy thing? It's a piece of granite, by the way. I think we can use that as a gauge. Number 1, point A to point B. Number two, how far can you get them to move it? Because what I need is a piece of granite moved about 15 feet. Cannot gather 4 men to do that. Oh, I can't. I'm going to be hungover that day. Oh, I can't. Football is on. Wah. Number one, they don't make men like they used to. Because how come nobody wants to be helpful?
You're right. They don't make men like they used to, because men used to be completely beholden to women, right? Because it was frowned upon back in the day that if you were a man and you didn't have a woman, you were kind of a joke, right? And so a lot of men did settle for women that they could get, right? And so, yeah, they don't make men like they used to, because men nowadays, they don't care. they don't care, you know. In fact, it's kind of the other way around, where men make fun of men who have women like you, basically, that you're basically a walking joke. So yeah, I agree with, they don't make men like they used to, and thank God for that.
Little helpless old me? You want me to pick up the granite slab? Why? You're not being helpful. Number two, I need to level up.
I'm sorry, but this is not telling of how hot you are. This is telling of how many men that you've placed in your friend zone, and it sounds like they all exited themselves without you even realizing. Because if you think that men are just going to give all of that effort, all of that time just because you're attractive and you're literally just sitting there and you're not reciprocating anything back, they are over that. They would rather have a true friend that they're putting effort towards, or they'd rather have somebody that's wanting to be in a real relationship with them.
Yep, it's called the pussy privilege, right? And for some reason, all women think that they just innately have that, and that they can manipulate men to do what they want just because of pussy privilege. However, that doesn't really work as much nowadays as it used to back in the day for men. Men don't really care, honestly. A lot of men just want to be single, and no, they don't want to come and do a favor for you, because they know when they come over and they move that granite, you're going to be like, cool, thanks guys, bye. And you're going to just shut the door on them anyways. So what the hell's the point? They come do you a favor, and I guarantee you every single one of these guys at one point probably called her for something like, hey, you know, I need you right now. Could you help me out with this, or blah, blah, blah. And you turned them down. So they're just giving you the same energy that you give them.
It's that simple. Stop trying to expect things from men when you're giving them literally nothing back.
Why doesn't she just call the bear? Or gather 4 strong, independent women? Girl power can get it done. We believe in you.
Guys end up in the friend zone for one reason, and that is that they lack polarity, meaning if you've ended up in the friend zone, you are not deeply embodying your masculine. Now, this can be a problem for sensitive men who really feel their feelings deeply, because for them to be in their masculine, they can't follow traditional masculinity, because most of traditional masculinity that's on planet Earth right now is extremely toxic.
I absolutely hate that fucking phrase. I really do. There is absolutely, and I'm going to say it again, I know I've said it 1,000 times, but I'm going to say it once more, no such thing as toxic masculinity. The only thing that there is toxic people, right? It's not one or the other, right? Because again, it's a yin and yang situation. So if toxic masculinity existed, then toxic femininity would also exist, right? You can't have one without the other. So either they both exist, which I don't believe that at all. I just think it's just toxic people, or neither of them exists, which is what I believe.
And if you are sensitive, then toxicity, toxic masculine, does not feel good in your body, quite literally. And so you've compartmentalized, you've repressed, you've pushed down so much of yourself and so much of your authentic masculinity that you might not be showing up with women really rooted in your masculine, because you've never seen it done before. So if that is you, just keep following me, because I have more to tell you, and there is a way for you to be rooted in your masculine in a way that suits you, in a way that'll...
Yeah, like a woman is going to be able to explain to a man how to be in their masculine energy, right? Like she knows, right? She's like walking around with, a fucking dick and balls, right? Yeah, it absolutely drives me nuts. These types of videos are the worst videos possible on the internet, period. is a woman trying to explain to a man how to be a man. And then if a man were to turn around and try to explain to a woman how to be a woman, she'd lose her shit. She would literally lose her mind.
Allows all of you to be present in a way that is healthy and that is not toxic and that turns women on.
Okay, I need to womansplain the friend zone. Because I just watched a video where a woman said that the friend zone doesn't exist. And I've seen tons of videos from women who criticize any men who use the term as just being misogynistic pigs who only want one thing out of women. And these are people who just don't understand what the term friend zone was supposed to mean. So again, I'll womansplain. Yes, there are some men who honestly believe that if they insert enough friendship coins into a woman, they are eventually entitled a girlfriend. Those are called nice guys, but it is not the same as being friend-zoned. Getting friend-zoned is when a woman is not interested in a guy or attracted to a guy, but she leads him on to believe that she is, so that she can attempt to manipulate as much as she possibly can out of him. She will use these men for emotional labor to validate the shit out of her whenever she's dealing with an a-hole guy, but then disappear on him entirely when that a-hole guy starts talking to her again. She keeps saying she's not ready to date you, but then guilt trips the hell out of you if you even so much as start talking to another girl.
Yeah, and I've seen that a lot too. And it's actually funny, and that's probably I'd say the best, sweetest revenge possible. If you're a guy in the friend zone and you know that you're in that friend zone and she keeps manipulating you, the easiest way to break that cycle, find another woman. And make it apparent to her that you did find another woman and that you no longer can spend any type of time with her because your new woman does not want you to engage in anything to do with that woman, and she will literally lose it.
Being friend-zoned is when someone puts you into an emotional freezer bag and stuffs you into the way back of the freezer, thinking they can just take you out to thaw and have no other existence anytime they need you. A lot of men who have been friend-zoned have straight up told the girl, please tell me if you don't like me so I can move on, and they get these BS answers like, no, I do like you, I'm just not ready right now. Trust me, the friend zone is very painfully real, and if you have no idea what it's like, go take a victory lap. Enjoy. Good job.
Yeah, I personally don't, because I would never put myself in a position where I would allow a woman to manipulate me to get things out of me that weren't mutually beneficial, right? So, and that needs to be what I feel like all men need to start thinking about is what risk and reward is this situation I'm in? Am I mutually getting benefited from this relationship? If not, then why the hell am I here? And if you come to that answer of like, why the hell am I here? You probably shouldn't be there.
Finally get the meat that was just...
Whoa, AJ, come on. Remember what I said? We just friends, all right? Homies, pals, buddies. Don't do all that weird stuff tonight, all right? It's my friend's kickback. I'm inviting you, just relax on me. It's my homeboy AJ, just my friend. Okay. What we drinking? We got shots.
We got that done.
Yeah.
Wait, that's still friends.
Yeah. It's just friends.
You want a shot?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll drink, but...
I got you. What's your favorite game?
GTA.
Stop.
Same game.
I have been waiting.
Me too. Yeah, we talking about GT Grand Theft Auto. I love that game.
I love this
game.
Hold on, you got something right here. Come on. I got you. Oh, fun. Oh, baby, let me get that.
Thank you so much.
The best friend ever.
This is such a waste of a night.
How is it a waste of a night? I had a blast. I'm actually happy you introduced me to your friends.
It was too much going on.
What was too much going on?
That girl that was all up in your face, like,
I love her.
you love her. You just met her.
I don't care.
What are you doing? Getting so close to someone you just met. Like, you just believe anything anybody tell you. You're gonna get your heart broken one day.
And you're a hater.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, that's a nice skit and all. But typically women who put men in friend zones do not bring those men around their female friends, typically, because they know deep down that, well, this could lead to my friend being with my other friend, and this could be really weird. So that doesn't usually happen, but still funny nonetheless.
I think we should speak from.
Okay, cool. No hard feelings. I already knew. I could tell. So I just been waiting for you to say it.
If we are friends, obviously we have the same friends in here. Are you able to hang out and not feel weird? Like, can we still be funny and cool and everything and like it's normal?
Right off the bat, I'm gonna be honest with you, no. But will I have any hatred towards you? No, not at all. But I need to not like you anymore. So if that means I need to separate myself a little bit, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
You ready? Let's go. Why are you crying?
Huh?
Why are you crying?
Do you want to carry me or we'll walk?
Why are you crying?
This is hard.
She made you a decision.
No. Like, wash in the water.
Well, he handled that for the most part pretty good. Pretty good. He's like, I'm not gonna carry you, so you're gonna have to walk on your own two legs. But also saying, right off the bat, like, nah, I don't see us hanging out and being, buddy and all that. Like, I need to not like you, so I'm gonna have to exit stage left. That's definitely the right thing to do. I feel like he was way too, I don't know, towards the end there, still kind of touchy-feely, and don't do that, because you're still sending mixed signals at that point.
3 tips to get out of the friend zone. Are you just a guy friend, or are you a potential romantic interest? Can't tell why you keep getting friend zoned? And don't put yourself out there to begin with. Oftentimes men try to be really nice to a woman that they like because it feels good for them. But being too friendly, believe it or not, can put you right into the friend zone. Do this to get out of the friend zone. Number 1, disappear for a little bit. Space out your contact. Number 2, stop acting like her girlfriend. Quit focusing on trying to be super similar or you like all the same things that she likes. And lastly, when enough time has passed, flirt and make your intentions really clear. Confidently express to her, if we weren't best friends already, I would really consider dating you. And then watch her be so confused in the moment.
Yeah, a lot of that doesn't work, honestly. I think that most men who've tried or attempted that route have just ended up exactly in the same spot they were in to begin with. So that kind of advice, reason I added that video was to point out, do not take advice from women, guys, about being in the friend zone, because trust me, it's usually bad advice, and it's, I guess, girl power in a way. They want these men to still, put out for these women that are in the friend zone. So don't take that advice. Again, from the very beginning, if you feel like that's where you're heading, you're going to that spot in her life where you're just going to be your friend, but you have romantic feelings for them, just get out.
Fellas, if a woman ever tells you that she is not interested and she only sees you as a friend, it does not mean try harder. We are not trying to play hard to get. We really don't like you. It does not mean when you have an opportunity to make a move. It does not mean to try to get her drunk and then she'll be interested. Like, persistence does not always win. It means that she's not attracted to you and she doesn't like you like that. So just quit. Move on to the next one, all right?
She's probably the best advice from a woman I heard is, just exactly. Don't try. I mean, it's not worth it, because in the end, you will always be number 2. You will always be what she settled for, and you will live with that for as long as you guys are together. You will know that you were never, ever her first choice.
I like you more than a friend.
I don't see you that way. I just want us to stay friends.
All right, that's clear.
And that's it? No reaction? Not even disappointed?
Why fake a scene? You just said no, and I heard you.
You don't even care?
I cared enough, to be honest. But if the answer is rejection, I don't beg to be chosen.
So you're just moving on that easy?
It's not that easy, but it's about respect. I won't chase someone who doesn't want me.
That feels cold, Cole.
No, it's self-respect. Love ends the moment you have to beg. If the door is closed, I don't stand outside knocking.
Are women more likely to evince regret in the aftermath of short-term mating episodes, one-night stands?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a rich literature in sexual regret, and exactly as you would expect. When you look at what people regret sexually, women regret more these short-term mating opportunities that they, participated in. Men more often regret those that they didn't participate in.
Yeah, I've read some of those studies, and a lot of women, which I didn't even realize this until like I kind of looked into that women typically they feel like they have to have this like all-encompassing experience, right? So things like being with multiple partners at the same time, and that whole thing, and then typically they'll go through like that period of that where they think like this is empowering and it's an experience and it's leading to whatever they think it's leading to. It usually ends at the exact same road, which is they live with the regret that they did those things, and usually they'll keep them a secret and usually not tell future partners about it, because I mean, what guy's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm okay that you got gangbanged by like 16 dudes in the same day? Like, no, most guys are not gonna be like cool with that. They're gonna look at you like, okay, there's something wrong with this woman.
Watch out, boy.
Damn,
I thought we were just friends.
We are.
You get jealous, huh? You want me to be all yours or what?
Do you wanna be all
No,
mine?
I asked you.
No, I only want whatever you want.
She wants you bad? You want me bad?
So yeah, no, if a woman ever does that where she's being coy like that, like she is jealous and she doesn't want you to pursue another woman. She's probably just waiting for him to make some kind of move. I'm not sure if he did or not, or if he ever has in the future or whatever, but I can kind of tell by her reaction, like he's just always kind of just been like, oh yeah, that's cool, you said we're friends, so we're friends, and just left it at that. But again, guys, it's not a good road to go down. If you're in the friend zone and that's not where you want to be, don't be there. I mean, it's just that simple. You're the only person who technically can put yourself in the friend zone, right? You could say that the woman put you there, but realistically, that's not true. She told you up front that this is what it is, and you put yourself in that position. So be a real man. Don't be a simp. And ladies, do yourself a favor and not be boner roamers. Outside of that, I will catch you guys on the next video, and thank you for tuning in.